Hey, 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 confessors. Hey, boo, hey. Happy Monday. Happy motherfucking Teller Tuesday Monday. Happy Mayhem Monday. Happy Sons Monday. Happy Monday. It is 1/29/2024, and we about to get into some things of Sons of Anarchy Season 7, Episode 5 and 6. It is downhill from here. But let me bring up my baby, the one who does the most with me, and the one and only, the receipt queen, Miss Dina, aka Christina. Hey, boo, hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Girl, I'm here. I ain't as lit as you, but I'm trying to get there.
Yes, I'm lit more than usual because I am on vacation, y'all. This is the first vacation I have had in like 5 years that I didn't take to recover from a surgery or because I was sick. This is strictly because I didn't want to be at that damn place. Okay. Now,
Vacation. Cheers to the vacation.
cheers to the vacation. Now, I would like to switch it up because I know last year it was all about the Tito's. But you know what? I would like to bring back, if you will, motherfucking Tangeray. Okay? Tonight I am drinking a Fazoli's Italian icy mixed with Tangeray vodka. Okay? Now I'm gonna have to have Kamisha make me a Tangeray overlay. But we are about the Tangeray this year. That's what we are doing this year. Okay? Tangeray.
Girl, you know I love me my tequila. And gin will make you sin. So
Gin to make you sin. That's why I'm
and,
doing vodka.
and gin will make you sin. And when I drink gin, my lips and my tongue get to tingling and going numb and stuff. So I
Oh
can't
my.
rock with it. But you go right ahead.
Well,
Cheers.
it's vodka, not gin.
Tangeray got a vodka?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because girl, Tangeray is normally gin.
Yes, honey. This is a vodka.
Oh, okay. Well, we might do a little something. I can work with vodka and tequila, but not
Yes,
no gin.
honey.
Where's the
Yes. This
bottle?
is
You sure you read
Tangeray
the bottle correctly?
vodka. Hold on. Let me get my thing. Hold on. Hold on. Look, let's do it for real. Let's do what it
Because
is.
we got to come with the receipts. We got to be correct now.
You got to be correct. This is sterling silver vodka.
Okay, Tangeray.
Vodka, baby. Vodka. Yes. Yes.
Girl, I thought
Yes.
you was over there drinking gin. I was about to say, shit, girl, you might call up an old nigga or something with drinking gin.
All ones that I was.
See, I got my big bottle that I've been sipping on. When did I get this? Friday? I think I got this on. Yeah, I got this Friday.
They finally realized old ones always want to come back. Look, cheers to the old ones that'll never have the new us.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Because niggas these days.
Niggas be niggering.
Speaking of niggas, like as Jack said, I guess it's the day for the blacks. And it was the day for the blacks, these 2 episodes of Sons of Anarchy. Okay? Now, this is where it gets to it for the last of this series. It is deep into it. These 2 episodes, we have Gemma and Juice at odds because neither of them trust each other. We have Unser putting all of the pieces together, trying to figure out what's going on. He is on the outs, but he's on the ends. But he doesn't know everything. And he's trying to figure out for himself. And the cop in him, the lieutenant in him, whatever, is really putting it together because that's what he does. And Jax, who is only about the revenge for Tara's murder, doesn't see anything else. And so it's a lot going on. And then you have Abel, who all he wants to do is protect his little brother Thomas because he sees all this bad stuff going on and he doesn't want Thomas to be hurt. And that took a toll on me because Abel is, how old is Abel? Abel is still young. He's not even 1 year. Abel is I mean, Thomas is not even 1 year old. Abel is like maybe 5, 6 years old at this point. And it's just like, even as a young child, having to see what Abel has seen is a lot.
All these kids gonna be traumatized.
All of them, you know. And we only see what's going on between Abel and Thomas because they're the only children who's being like put in. They're the only children who are written into the script as children. So we don't see any other children's perspective, but we see Jackson's children going through this. And it's just a lot because one, you Abel still don't know. I think keep coming up showing me choosing to account, but I think it's good the thing. But anyway, but Abel doesn't even know really what happened to Tara. He knows that Tara's gone, but he doesn't know where.
Yeah, he keeps asking. He keeps asking when she's coming back.
And they ain't telling him nothing. And it's crazy because they still got him going to this daycare where Courtney Love's character is the daycare provider. It's just like, what if he went to them and was like, you know, I ain't seen my mom and all that, and we see coming soon that a situation does happen, but he lies about it. But anyway, it's just like, who was to think that he wasn't gonna go to her and be like, I haven't seen my mom in all of this time.
And but the crazy thing about it is, it's not like she's missing. Like, you know how folks be coming up missing and they end up in a shallow grave and folks is looking for them or whatever.
Right.
I mean, the police know she's dead. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know, me as a teacher, knowing that, you know, what happened. And I think even Gemma said when she dropped him off, you know, it's her first time. And I think people kind of know, I'm sure it was in the newspaper or on the, you know, late breaking news or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So if he go to her, I can't remember what happened in the episodes. It's not like a cry for help because everybody knows she ain't coming back. Now, it would be different if she was unalived and everybody hid the fact she was unalived, but you couldn't because the police dude was unalive too. So, you know, you can't really hide. You can't really just go dump bodies somewhere on that one. But I can't remember what happens when he talks to the teacher or whatever, but that's his episode.
Yeah, well, that's to come. But when he talks to the teacher, he tells her that Gemma was doing something. It's all about Gemma. But he did it because of the fact that he overheard Gemma.
Right.
Which happens in the next episode that we watch, in episode 7. He finds out when she's talking to Thomas, because you know how she talks to Tara.
Yeah, because she was talking to herself at the diner.
Right. So we've seen her do that throughout this season. And so there's an episode, next episode, we see her doing that, but she's talking to Thomas. But Abel is peeping around the corner, listening and watching her do it.
Because
And then
he's too smart.
then that's where it all comes out. That's where it's like, woo, wait.
Cause
So yeah,
he too dang smart. Let me tell you something. When I always say, if you don't want nobody to know what you're doing, either don't do it or don't tell nobody. And she talked too damn much, and I don't give a damn. I wouldn't even talk to the flowers. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, you never know. There might be some conspiracy theory bug in the damn flowers trying to look for somebody else and fuck around and get my confession. I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't even talk to Kenmar. Y'all know I loves my dog, but I wouldn't tell. Let me did some real foul shit. That's gonna have to eat me alive from the inside out. Cause I ain't telling Kenmar. I ain't telling the flowers. I ain't telling the washer and dryer. I ain't telling nothing.
damn. You can't even tell Kimar. What the fuck? What the
No.
fuck?
Somebody might offer him some treats and that motherfucker get to talking. Ain't talked in 7 years, but shit, they didn't offer him some filet mignon treats. And next thing you know, he telling.
Telling it. Mention it all. You know? But also it's just like at this point in the time, Jax is unhinged. Gemma is trying to do whatever she can to help him release his anger because she knows she is fucked up. Meanwhile, slowly but surely, her story is just crumbling. She didn't think or put into account about the man that she decided to put Tara's snatching against.
Mm-hmm.
Of his accountability of where if everyone knows where he is. You know, you didn't think that one through. This man is part of a freaking gang. You don't think his people know where he is 24/7? So when they are able to account for it, that's why it's like this is at the point where it's like, oh shit. Like Gemma can't do nothing at this point.
But you know, at one point in time, and forgive me for being stupid, but at one point in time, when they have that little party, I thought he was a random Chinese. I didn't know he was one of Lynn's dudes.
True. I didn't either. None of us knew. We had never seen him in any future scenes or episodes or seasons to where, I mean, Lynn's crew has never been like a main or priority in any of the storyline throughout the entire Sons of Anarchy series. We knew they existed. We've seen them before, but it's never been no real biggie thing. So that's why it was easy for us to also believe. And I feel that's why Kurt may have went that way because even us as the viewers knowing better, we didn't know who this guy really was. We didn't know what was going on. All we knew is that Gemma was lying. That's
Right.
all we
But
knew. That's fucked up. That's all we knew. That's all they gave us credit for. I'm like, fuck that.
But I want to say that after Jack snatched dude, he did some more shit. I need to go back because I almost want to say he was a random Asian dude, and then they killed him, and they didn't get the answers that they wanted. Then they started messing with Lynn more.
He wasn't that random. He was at the party that Jax had invited Lynn and his crew to. They told him, okay, because he wanted to, make amends with whatever was going on. So he was like, come through, whatever. And that's how that happened. And Gemma needed to give Jax an outlet.
Right.
Because if he was supposed to if Jax is to ponder it for so long, Gemma knows that
right.
Jax
And you know what the crazy part about it is? Like, how we read in history, however much of that is true, like Helena Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships for war or whatever. and this, that, and the third. It's kind of crazy that you didn't think this through, that your son was gonna burn down the city.
And that's the thing. She knows how this goes.
Like you thought that he was just gonna unalive one person, and then we was gonna go back to normal. You didn't think he was gonna burn down the whole city? Because trust and believe, somebody touched one of mine, my dog, my kids, my mama, my daddy, I'm burning down the whole city.
Well, he's burning down everything now because he's already done this thing what he needed for Tara, he feels. But now everything else is for club related. But at some point, everything becomes blurred for Jax. And he doesn't see which side is which and what's going on. And so at that point, he feels that he just has to, his outlet is his outlet. He doesn't know. At this point, I don't feel he even knows what he's doing. I feel at this point, he's just trying to have an outlet and feel some type of normalcy after a grief. Because sadly, this is his way of grieving. But Jax knows that the only way is retaliation, is revenge. And I feel that maybe in hindsight, Jax isn't comfortable or isn't sold on the fact itself that it might have been Lynn and his people, because Lynn and his crew have no reason to want to retaliate against the Sons at this moment to go after Tara.
But here's the thing, motherfuckers have been flipping on a dime throughout this whole season. You know what I'm saying? They make a deal with somebody, they go do some underhanded backhand shit. You know what I'm saying? So it does make sense, but it also doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Just like you make a deal with Marks and you still go after Lynn. You make a deal with Marks, then you go make a deal with the Niners, then you cutting out Mark's people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be flipping sides depending on which way the wind blowing.
Well, see, the thing is, when Jax had made that deal with Marks, it was only on the soul of Tig at that point.
Right, and he flipped on him on that. Remember when he brought Tig to Pope and
of course that was his plan the whole entire
I know, but what I'm saying, from the outside looking in, it looks like people going back on on their deals, on they giving their word. They saying they gonna do this, and the third. Jackson went back on his word. The Mayans then went back on their shit. The business then went back. Everybody be flip-flopping. So even though they don't have a reason, I mean, because we only see the master plan from Jack's side of things, right?
Right.
So when other people flip ship, you know what I'm saying? We don't know the reasoning behind theirs. So in Jack's mind, since we're not getting the Lynn side, he could be thinking that he's mad about him doing business with this person or that person, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense, but it don't make sense depending on which day of the week you looking at it.
Right. It is what it is with that. But Lynn is solely on the fact that he think that his crew killed Tara.
Right.
And for Marks, it's strictly because if he don't get rid of him, he won't have the bastards on their side. And here he is, you see, working things out with T.O. And here he collaborated with them to bring down Mark's people, Mark's gang. Like I said, he can't go after Marks because, like they said, Marks can never be part of the street. Well, Pope could never be seen on the street. But now that Marks is in Pope's place, he's got to move the same way. So now you ain't going to see Marks on the street. You only going to see his people that work for him. Just like when you didn't see Pope on the street. You only see Marks, the people who work for him. So he got to gun down his people so Marks will come out of hiding.
Right, because they sure dropped all them bodies off.
It's just step by step at this point. So I'll say this. Even though Jax is going through all that he's going through, trying to deal with Tara's snatching, he's still, at some point, I would say, level-headed.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be in order to strategically...
What they say, keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah, strategically execute this. You have to have some type of level-headed mind. So I feel at that point, he definitely does have that. So I will give him that. That note. But now, it's just like, still at this point, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? You are just doing way too much. Now, because it's like, I want to go back to the point of, why did you beat up homegirl's daddy? Yeah, he came in and roughed shit up, but dude, you was just unhinged, and that's what I'm talking about. And at this point,
everybody is unhinged. Everybody
except Nero. Everybody except Nero. Nero is just
he beat up old girl's daddy and damn near caught a case until Jax went and beat the man into oblivion, and he couldn't remember who hit him.
But see, he is the most level-headed one out of all of them at this point. I swear to goodness, if it wasn't for Gemma, he would not be in this shit. He would not have stayed in this agreement with Jax if it wasn't for Gemma. I just can't see that. We don't know that for sure, but I just have, for my own sanity, have to say that. I would hope if it wasn't for Gemma, he would not stay in this shit for Jax, because everything was Gucci for him. Everything was legit for him. Everything was legal for him. He had no cops coming to his door. He had no unknown whores coming to want to be a part of his shit. He have other rival gangs of other shit coming to shoot up his place. You ain't have none of that. Like, Nero endured and brung in so much when he started fucking with Gemma, Jax, and Sons of Anarchy. He really did. All he was trying to do to get to a certain point so he could get his son and go live on his brother's farm. That's all he wanted to do. That's all his end goal has been, was toward his son. So then he runs into Gemma. And Gemma's got this fucking son of hers who's got this goddamn gang, club, whatever you want to call it. And this is the bullshit he's got to endure. Now, mind you, Nero isn't, spit clean, clean all the way. But still, like, Nero had it going on for itself. And then Jax just came in and was like, all right.
Blew up the spot.
Just all the way. And even after everything was said and done at the end, you still see that he takes the living mother of his child and his children off with him to his escape. It's like Nero is the hero throughout this whole fucking thing, and I need everybody to know that. What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm texting. Don't pay me no mind.
But yeah, so that was that. But I just feel that, I don't understand how Jax doesn't see at this point yet, that, Mom, what you got with this? Because you
And I
claim
think Nero in the last episode is figuring it out because when he was locked up with Juice, and he was like, "Yeah, I was on the wrong side of things, and I was playing in the wrong backyard," and he was telling Juice why he ended up in a closet with him, and then he was like, "Does Gemma know this?" And then Nero was like, "What Gemma got to do with this?" Because I mean, if you think about it, put the pieces together, like, why the fuck is Gemma hiding the traitor?
exactly. I would have figured Nero would have asked more questions when he realized that Juice showed up in Gemma's truck.
Right.
At the Mayans. At the Mayans.
Right. I surely would have been like, why the fuck you got Gemma's truck? Where the fuck she at? What is really going on? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
like I was surprised by that, for real, for real.
A lot of red flags went on me. I'm like, why is he not asking these questions? You can see by his expression that he obviously had the thought, but why are we not at? Of course, if he did right then and there, and he were to say it, that'd be the end of the show. But still, it's just like, oh, why didn't he ask then? It's just like, shit. You could have asked. You could have got the information. You should have known. Like, I know women got the intuition, but don't men got they gut instincts?
You got to. I think he knew something was off, but he ain't wanna.
Just like Unser knew something was off, but he ain't wanna.
His little police brain was kicking in the overtime, for real, for real.
But yet, when it came down to thinking that Gemma is the common denominator, got anything to do with it, he shut down. He shut down completely.
That's because he's in love with her.
Of course. But that's the problem. Like, man, like, it just makes you think of all the cops, deputies, lieutenants, whatever out here in the world, of all the things that can happen, because something have happened with someone they know and love, and they just sit there and protect him by any means necessary. It's just one of those things, like, you just don't know who getting away with what out here. And Gemma's no different, but she has gotten away with so fucking much because of the men in her life and the men that love her and the men that will protect her and what position they play. It's just like, shit, I can't even be mad at Gemma almost, because shit, she ain't put nothing to their head saying you gotta do this.
I ain't gonna lie. Gemma must got some
kryptonite.
What they go, red hearts, blue diamonds, yellow stars, green clovers, or something shooting out that moment.
All of the above.
Because and some dipped in platinum with diamond chips on that bitch or something. Cause she be doing something to these motherfuckers. They out here snatching husbands so they can marry her. They out here believing all of her lies. They unaliving business partners, so to speak. And not, I mean, old girl, she snatched herself, but she was drove crazy because Nero was with Gemma. Like,
it's just nuts. It's
absolutely over there doing the Lynn spin or something.
Something. I'm saying something. Like, what the fuck is giving up in here? But she's the last bride that was standing at the end of this whole series.
But we all know that how that went down. But honestly, I have to say it couldn't have went no other way. You know what I'm saying?
Really, you're right.
No other way that it did, because if Jax didn't do it, it wouldn't have made sense.
Exactly. It would not have. And but I will say, even though it wouldn't have made sense for anyone else than Jax to do it, I was still surprised and like wowed when the episode 5 came on and Gemma was walking down the street showing the fact that Juice did not shoot her.
Right.
Because he could have. For the coward that Juice has been, you did not know whether or not he would have done it or not. Because Juice has been a loose cannon since season 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just at that point, like, oh my goodness, would Juice do that? Because you don't know until you see that Juice is able to take another level. And it just goes to show, like, you just do not know. So it was just a lot going. It was just a lot going on. And I just can't believe that Jack still don't see it. So yeah, so actually that's actually basically the substantial part of what happened this season, these 2 episodes. But the fact when Nero and Juice were locked up together, that was a very big a big key. They, you know, we seen Nero get some information even though he didn't know what type of information he was getting or how he was receiving it, and the way that Juice was giving it. It's just like, Juice, you can be a little more punctual in your delivery, but it's like you leaving a lot of windows open for just a guessing game and you don't know. But I believe so. Next episode is Green Sleeves, along with episode 8, and we will see that Abel finds out that Gemma is the one who snatched Gemma. Gemma's the one who snatched Tara, and I think the next episode after that, we see Abel telling Jax that he overheard that Gemma snatched Tara, and so Jax he gets that, but he has to seal the deal when he goes talks to Juice, and that is 2 weeks from now. We'll see that. So it's rolling right along, y'all. We are coming to it. The end is near. It is a lot going on. And this is like my favorite part of the series because it is in it to win it. So that is going to do it for season 7, episode 5 and 6. We will be back tomorrow on Dina's channel with Baddies East. So make sure you are subscribed and got the rings belling for that. All right. And yeah. So on this note, you know what it is. We out this nasty thing.